Hello and welcome back, third graders, to lesson 3.6. We're going to work on a new subtraction strategy called expand and trade today. But first, let's do a little mental math, and I want you to think which of these has a sum of about 200. Well, when I look at these numbers, I can do some rounding, and I will get my pen ready here. All right, so rounding 153. I could round that to 150 and round 52 to 50, and that's going to be 200. Whoops. There we go. Sorry. So that is about 200. Let's try these other two. 75. I'm going to round that to 80. And I'm going to round 63 to 60. And I'm going to add 80 plus 60. I know that's 8 tens and 6 tens, so that's 140. Last over here, I have 198. Well, I'm going to round that right to 200. And I'm going to round 71 to 70. Add those two together, and I've got 270. So when I go back and look at my problem to see which has a sum of about 200, it's going to be 153 plus 52. Which of these has a sum less than 500? Less than 500. Well, I have got 145, and I'm going to round that to 150. And I've got 188. Excuse me, and I'm just going to go ahead and round that to 200. Add those together, and I've got 350. 396, I'm going to round to 400. 285, I'm going to round to 290. Add those together, and I've got 690. The last one, I'm going to round 403 to 400. I'm going to round 112 to 115 because it's close to it. Add those together, and I get 515. So which of these is less than 500? 145 plus 188. And this one, which one of these has a sum less than 600? Well, if I've got 189, I can round that to 200. I can round 432 to 430. Because I could round to the nearest 100, and I could round to the nearest 10, so both of these would be appropriate roundings and estimations. So add those together, and I would have 630. 451, I would round to 450. 154, I would round to 150. Add those together, I know that 50 plus 50 is 100, so there's 400 plus 500, one more 100 is going to be 600. And then last, we've got 252, so let's round that to 250. I have got 342, let's round that to 340. Add those together, I've got 590. And which one of these has a sum less than 600? It's going to be 252 plus 342. Okay, so I'm presenting you with a problem, 71 minus 46. And what we're going to work on is how to use our expand and trade subtraction strategy. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is make a picture because, as I've said before, when in doubt, draw it out. So if I had some base 10 cubes at home, I could use those. It'd be very simple, but I don't. So I am going to, but you might have them in your toolkit, check and see. But I'm just going to draw 10 longs. Not 10, but 7. They're 10 each. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7. That stands for 70. And I'm going to make 1 cube. Let me make that a little bit better. Not going to be a cube, it's just going to be a dot, not that big. Mrs. Flurry. There we go. Now I have 71. So what I can't do, though, I can't take away 6 ones because I only have one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my longs, which is worth 10, and I'm going to trade it for 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So this 10 is no longer here because I have traded it for the 10 ones, but I still have altogether, I still have 71. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 71. So now I can take away my 6 ones. So I'm going to take away this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've taken away my 6 ones, and I'm going to take away 4 more 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to think about what this leaves me. It leaves me 2 10s and 5 ones. So 71 minus 46 is 25. We are going to work on expanding out our 3-digit numbers to the expanded notations, and then we're going to use those expanded forms to subtract. So 353 is 300 plus 50 plus 3. 168 is 100 plus 60 plus 8. Draw my equal sign and put in my minus sign because this is still a subtraction problem. My plus signs here are just showing the expanded notation, but this is still a subtraction problem. So first we need to decide whether trades are needed. Do we need to trade any hundreds for tens, any tens for ones? Is 300 greater than 100? Yes, it is. Is 50 at least as large as 60? No, it's not. Is 3 greater than or equal to 8? No, it's not. So we need to make some trades. How can I get more 10s so I can subtract the 60? I can trade 100 to get 10 10s. So what that means is I am going to cross off that 300 and make it 200 to start with. So that means I now have 150 tens because I took 100 away from the 300. Okay, but now I don't have enough ones to subtract. I can't do 3 minus 8. So how can I get more ones so I can subtract the 3? I have to trade 110 to get more ones. So this is going to be 140, and this is now going to be 13. Now I can subtract, okay? 13 minus 8 is 5. 140 minus 60 is 80. 200 minus 100 is 100. And this is still expanded form. So when I put those together, I'm going to get 100 plus 80 plus 5, which is 185. So 353 minus 168 is 185. Let's try it again with this problem. I have 104 minus 37. Let's write it in expanded notation. 100 plus 0, because I don't have any tens, plus 4, and then 30 plus 7, and my equals line. Remember, this is a subtraction problem, so I need to have my minus sign. So the first thing we need to do is look at our numbers. Can I take 7 from 4? No, I can't. Can I take 30 from 0? No, I can't. So that means that we need to trade. I'm going to trade one of my hundreds, which I only have one, so I'm not going to have any of those left. And I'm going to give that 100 over here. Okay, now I can't subtract 4 minus 7, so I need to trade from my tens. I'm going to take 10 away, so I had 100. If I take 10 away, I'm going to have 90, and I'm going to put that 10 over here, and I have 14. Now, let's subtract. 14 minus 7 is 7. 90 minus 30 is 60. Write that in expanded form, and we have 67. So 104 minus 37 is 67. Which method would take less time or be more efficient for solving 1000 minus 996? Would it be faster just to count up, or to expand and trade? Well, I think counting up, because I know that 996 plus 4 more is 1000. And I could use that open number line, do 996, write 1000, boom, plus 4. The answer is 1000. So sometimes you have to think about what you're asked to do, what the problem is. Sometimes counting up strategy would be easier than the expand and trade. Maybe not easier, but faster, a little bit more efficient. Your seat work, go ahead and give Math Journal 75 a try. I know this is new. I know this is different, but just do the best that you can. Use the example that they have here to follow so that you know what you're supposed to do. You need an estimate, so 65 rounded to the nearest 10 is 6, or excuse me, it's not 60, Mrs. Fleury, it's 70. Minus 47 rounded to the nearest 10 is 50. So your answer should be about 20 or somewhere near there. Give it a try, see what you can do. And then Math Journal 76, working on bar graphs. And Math Boxes, page 77. So it's going to be a busy day for you Take your time and do your best work.